is a 3.5-year-old, or 2.5. He looked 3.5 when he came in. My girlfriend, Michaela, she's hunting just to the northwest of me, and we're getting the wind that's blowing out of the northwest. She's about 250 or 300 yards, and there's a big bedding ground in between us. What I think happened is she got up in the stand, her scent started blowing into the bedding ground, and this buck came blowing out of there. By the time I got stood up and I turned the camera on, he was already running in front of me, and I just drew back at that time. And but when I get my bow back, it's hard for me to let it down. So I just put the 30-yard pin on him. I shot, hit him. He was quartering away, but I'm pretty sure I hit him in the lungs, high like back, maybe third or fourth rib back. But a little bit high, but I'm pretty sure it got into the lungs. It was still sticking out of him when he was running. The big Luminac. I wish I got it on camera, but I didn't. Everything happened so quick. I got him running in front of me here, about 25 yards. I got a video of that, but I didn't get him in the frame. But luckily where he stopped, it was right in front of my trail camera, so maybe I got a picture of him on my trail cam, but I don't know, we'll see. I'm gonna get down here now and just look where I shot him and maybe pull the chip out of the camera and see if I got like an entry wound impact on the deer. I'm pretty sure I heard him crash, but I'm just gonna back out. I'll let Michaela hunt the rest of her hunt out just to the northwest of me here. Hopefully she shoots something, but maybe go look at the camera and then I'll walk back in here and give it some time. Stay tuned. Look at the size of this buck. Look at his neck. Yeah, that's a big buck. Oh yeah. There it is, guys. Got him. Gotta thank my girlfriend for this one though. I didn't even want to go out hunting today. I just got back from Ohio last night. About 3 or 4 in the morning. I got 2 hours of sleep last night. And then I went to work and I worked my shift and got out. And I texted her, I said, "Do you want to hunt tonight?" And she's like, "Yeah, I want to hunt." So she come over and went to the one spot, and I just put a ladder stand up for her the other day on a field, and she went over to the ladder stand And I said, well, I'll sit behind you a couple hundred yards, because I wanted to sit with her because I didn't want to shoot tonight. And then she's like, well, she's like, there's not really a lot of room in the tree. And I'm like, all right, babe, I'll go sit alone. So I went and sat to the south of her, and the wind was blowing out of the northwest. And she was to the northwest of me, so I was to the southeast of her. And I said, well, there's a big bedding ground in between me and her. And I said, well, if she bumps up anything out of that bedding ground, it's like a pinch point. Everything wraps around the CRP. And I said, if there is something in here, it should funnel right around here. I'm just like, I'm looking to shoot a doe. I'm not even looking to shoot a buck. And next thing you know, I'm just sitting there, camera's off. And I just hear something to my right. I look to my right, and there he is. He's only 30 yards, and he's just running up the hill right towards me. So I stood up, turned on the camera, got the camera on, and I just turned it and got it on him. And I was turning it, and I was trying to stop it. And I was trying to make my mind up if I was going to shoot him if he was only 2.5 or 3.5. And I'm like, damn, he looks pretty big. Like, he's big body on him. And I said, shit, he looks like 3.5. So I just drew back. And I didn't know at the time if I had him on camera or not, but I drew back and stopped him. I stopped him, quartering away. Shot, arrow arced right into him, 30 yards, 33 or 35 actually. It is this great, but I shot him for 30, and arrow arced right into him and hit him perfect. Last second or third rib back, and just torched him. Hit him perfect, and he probably went 100 yards and fell over. But I never seen him fall over, and I shut off the camera halfway because I'm like, well, maybe I got to shoot him again in this brush if he's laying here. I only gave him a half an hour, and I went in after him right away, which I don't recommend. I got up on his trail and started following him, and then next thing you know, I get to like where it busts out into a trail. It's all CRP, and I hear deer snort, so I draw my bow back and run down the lane, and I see the tail going. I'm about to touch it off as the deer's running away. And I'm like, shit, that's just like a spike or something. And I'm like, shit, he's got to be laying right here, and it's just his scent is carrying over, you know. And I look over to my right, and he's laying there dead. So stoked, pumped. Tag punched in New York, another 3.5-year-old. Last year was a 4.5-year-old, which I was pretty excited about, but I'm stoked about this one. That's what I shoot for in New York, is a 3.5-year-old. If you can shoot a 3.5-year-old every year in New York, you're a killer, because it's really, really hard to do that. So very, very honored that I got a chance to take this big guy tonight, and everything just worked out in my favor, and my blue jeans. So very, very thankful. Beautiful buck, huge body on him. The monster neck. Let's roll him over. I kind of want to see where I hit him. It should be like right here, or maybe right here on the other side. I haven't rolled him over yet, but I'm gonna. Look at the size of him. Yep. Right there. Smoked him. I thought so. I knew it was a little high, but it was angled. The shot was like this. That's what you always want to shoot for, is this, the opposite shoulder when they're angled away. This is the angle. You always want to aim for that opposite shoulder. Just hit them perfect. Right here, boom. Smoked them. But look at the size of them. Huge body on them. And if you can see me, I mean, he's as big as me. Definitely 3.5 though. No question about that. Stoked.